Okay. Good evening, one. Good evening, all. You're welcome. Well, we're talking about a topic today that is rarely discussed. A topic that is usually viewed as awkward in most African homes. Yeah, but then the question is, if we don't discuss it, who will? Yeah. So today we'll be talking about something that is quite important. It's indeed an important part of life. It is an hormone-driven process that virtually 80% of the world's population are engaging in. It's something that is designed to perpetuate species. It is a pleasurable activity. It helps to connect bonds between people. So, what exactly is this? Well, if you joined from the very beginning, you would have listened to the song we started with. Let's talk about sex. Yeah, so that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about sex. We're talking about sexual health, men's sexual health. So basically, what is sexual health? Sexual health is a state of well-being that lets a man, in terms of talking about man's sexual health now, that lets a man fully participate in and enjoy sexual activity. When we're talking about sexual health to the optimal degree, we'll talk about sexual desires, that is libido, and then the ability to get and sustain an erection, that is erectile function. So basically, that means that man's sexual health is in two phases. We've got the libido part, that's the sexual desire, and then we have that other part, the ability to get and sustain an erection so as to get to a fully satisfying end of the activity. And so failure to achieve these two is what might be termed dysfunction. Probably the libido, less libido, hyperactive libido disorder or sexual activity disorder, or the very popular one we know as erectile dysfunction. As we shall go into the talk through the session, we shall be looking at so many factors that could be responsible for these different misnormal. There's so many things that could happen that could affect the set pattern of how things should be when it comes to man's sexual health. When we're talking about sexual health, more like I said earlier, I said we have the libido, which is quite important. That is the sexual arousal. And then we equally have, apart from the libido, a man sustaining erection. Some people have further categorized it into four groups. Initially, I talked about two, libido and then erection. But then some people have said, okay, it goes beyond those two. We still have what we call the ejaculatory phase and then the orgasmic phase. Some people rather prefer to use the four E's. That is the excitation stage, the erection stage, the ejaculatory stage, and then the emission stage. So basically, as you join me in this journey, as we talk about men's sexual health, all of these terms is what we shall be demystifying. We shall be getting to know the basics about all of these things, how it works, and then how we can address issues surrounding to libido, surrounding or affecting libido, affecting erection, ejaculation, and orgasm. When there is a sexual dysfunction, basically it means that there is a problem with one of these four main components I just talked about. Either a man isn't having enough sexual desire, then we want to concentrate on the libido of the man. Whether he's not fully erecting, then we'll talk about his erection. Whether he's not ejaculating, you could be having delayed ejaculation, you could be having premature ejaculation, and then funny enough, he might actually be ejaculating and not getting orgasm. So basically, all of this is what results into anything we call a dysfunction in sexual activity as a result or as it pertains to a man. First, let us take the first component, libido. So what exactly do we mean when we talk about libido?